the mega exit poll overall numbers, 140 to 150 seats for the NDA.
BJP, JDU and the RJD are all pulling their weight.
What a phenomenal victory.
Congress has some very, very critical, almost existential questions that it needs to answer.
There's a blast that's been reported near the station.
This is a terror attack. That's what intel sources tell CNN-News18 via Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Viewers, as you know, this was a high-intensity blast.
All right, viewers, when Bihar announced its historic verdict, India chose your channel, CNN News 18. When Delhi blast shook the nation, India reposed its faith in us with the latest and accurate updates. CNN News 18 remains way ahead of its competitors as it emerges viewers' top choice for English news. Joining me live from the newsroom is CNN News 18's managing editor, Zaka Jacob. Zaka, yet another week which only goes on to show that CNN News 18 is the viewer's trusted choice.
Oh, absolutely. And this was an important week because the Bihar election results were coming out this week. Also, the Delhi blasts happened to be on the same week. And it's a hugely important milestone for us here at CNN News 18. The fact that such two big news events have happened in the same week, and we have managed to increase both our channel share and also the number of people who are watching us, the amount of time that they are watching us. It's been incredible. It's been, once again, the viewers across India, the length and breadth of this country, reposing their faith in India's #1 news channel, CNN News 18. We've been #1 now for well over 3 years, well over 150, maybe close to 200 weeks. But this week was critically important because of those two events. One was a planned one, which was the Bihar election exit polls as well as the counting day results. But the other one was an unplanned one, which was the Delhi blast, which happened on Monday last. So both of those major news events, India has tuned in to CNN News 18. It's an extremely proud moment for all of us here at Team CNN News 18. And we want to thank all our viewers who have tuned in to this very, very important news week on India's #1 news channel, that is CNN News 18. I want to extend my thanks to all our viewers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat all the way to Assam and the rest of the Northeast. They've all tuned in. They've increased not just the amount that they watch CNN News 18, but also the geographical spread that we have of CNN News 18. And I think this is an important milestone for us. It was an important election week. And I think this is what keeps all of us going. This is what is important to all of us, that when it comes to important news events, planned or unplanned, we had a planned event, which was an election. We had an unplanned event, which was unfortunately a terror attack. But when it comes to big news events that India cares about, that Indian viewers care about, they tune in to one news destination, which is CNN News 18. So once again, I want to thank all our viewers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Dibrugarh all the way to Porbandar for tuning in to India's #1 English news channel, which is CNN News 18. You have reposed your faith, your trust in us. And I, as the editor of this channel, would want to thank all our viewers for reposing once again your faith when it comes to India's biggest news stories. There is only one place to tune into, and that is CNN News 18. So thank you, viewers, once again.
Zaka, at the same time, whether it's bringing facts first to our viewers when it comes to, say, a case like the Delhi car blast, or even the numbers when it came to Bihar polls, take our viewers through what makes our reportage and our coverage so special and unique.
Well, I think this week gone by is an illustration in itself. Like I said, one was a planned event, which was election results. We all knew that it was coming out on the 14th, and we were way ahead of all the other channels when it comes to the election numbers, simply because of the live result hub. We're the only English news channel, we're the only network, in fact, which has its own election call center, as it were. So all the 243 constituencies in Bihar, we had hundreds of reporters in each of those counting centers. They directly called our live result hub, and reported what the results were even before the Election Commission could update on its website or on its other social media feeds. So that was a big advantage that we've had for the last 10 years, and it got exemplified in the Bihar election results. So that's a planned event for which a large majority of India tuned into CNN News 18. The other one, like I said, was a very, very unfortunate one which happened on Monday last, which was the Delhi terror blast that happened. It was the first time in over 10 years that there was a major terror attack in the national capital. The last time that happened was in 2011. And the fact that a majority of India, a large majority of India, tuned into CNN News 18 because we have the kind of ground coverage, the kind of presence of reporters, the kind of extensive scale that we have compared to any other news network in India. So people, our viewers, reposing their trust and faith in both planned and unplanned news events. I think it's a testimony to CNN News 18's brand of journalism, its brand of, just putting our credibility on the line, just putting our trust and faith that the viewers have in us on the line, and saying that if anything big happens in India, any nook or corner of India, CNN News 18 is the destination that you have to tune into, whether it is a planned event or an unplanned event. I think the week gone by is a testimony to the fact that CNN News 18 is the #1 and most trusted choice when it comes to viewers across the length and breadth of India. And we want to thank our viewers once again. I, as a representative of more than 300-400 people who work in the newsroom, many of whom are, glorious warriors whose faces you don't see, whose names you don't know, but I want to be the representative of all of them and thank every one of our viewers for tuning in and reposing your faith and trust in India's #1 news channel. And that's been once again reinforced in this week gone by, which has been a very, very heavy news week. And these are the kind of news weeks that all of us as journalists live and die for. This is what we are trained for, this is what we believe in, and this is what we have achieved in this week gone by. And I want to thank once again all our viewers across the length and breadth of this country for reposing their trust and faith in India's #1 news channel, CNN News 18.
All right, so CNN News 18 over there shattering all the records. It continues to be your trusted channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to CNN News 18. And as our managing editor, Zaka Jacob, was highlighting that this was a news-heavy week. Two events, one, of course, a planned one being the Bihar election, the other one being an unplanned and highly tragic and unfortunate one was the Delhi car blast case. But CNN News 18 got you facts first from ground zero, whether it was the Delhi car blast case or even the numbers on the counting day of Bihar. Thank you for reposing your faith in us here at CNN News 18.
This is the mega exit poll. Overall numbers 140 to 150 seats for the NDA.
BJP, JDU and the RJD are all pulling their weight.
What a phenomenal victory.
Congress has some very, very critical, almost existential questions that it needs to answer.
There's a blast that's been reported near the station.
This is a terror attack. That's what intel sources tell CNN News 18 via Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Viewers, as you know, this was a high-intensity blast.